Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a nail buffer and I'm going to buff down each one of my nails to remove the shine, and this helps the nail tip stick to your actual nail better. Now I'm going to use rubbing alcohol and just wipe down each one of my nails to take off the dust from the buffer. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this liquid dehydrator and just easily apply that to each nail. Okay, so now I'm going to use Max Bond liquid and I'm going to apply that to each nail just like I did with the dehydrator. Okay, so now I'm going to be going in and using these nail tips and this nail glue, and I'm going to pick out each nail tip that fits my finger and then glue them on like so. Okay, now I'm going to use this nail cutter and I'm just going to go and cut down each one of my nails to the length that I want. Next, I'm just going to go in with my nail file and file down each nail and shape it to the shape that I like. Okay, the next step that I'm going to do is go back in with my nail buffer and I'm going to buff down the nail tip to remove the shine and file down where my real nail meets the nail tip. Okay, now I'm going to be using my Lavender Violets dipping nail powder and my Lavender Violets base liquid. And now I'm just going to apply the base liquid to each of my nails. And after I apply that, I'm going to carefully dip my nail into the dipping powder. Now I'm just going to apply another coat of the base liquid and dip it again. and I'm going to do this to each of my nails. Now that I'm done applying the dipping powder, I'm just going to use this brush to wipe off any excess powder. Now I'm going to go in with my Lavender Violets Activator liquid, and I'm just going to carefully apply that to each one of my nails. And this helps the nail actually harden and not fall off. Now I'm going to go back in with my buffer, and I'm just going to buff over each nail to really make sure that the nail is smooth and has no lumps. Now that I've buffed down each of my nails, I'm just going to go back in with my activator and apply that to each one of my nails. And now after you do that, the next step is to paint them. So I'm using my OPI base coat, and I'm just going to apply a thin layer to each one of my nails. Now that I have applied that to each one of my nails, I'm going to put it in the light and cure it for 60 seconds. Now I'm going to use this brown nail polish and this detailed brush, and I'm just going to dip the brush into the nail polish and form a French tip line on my nail like so. Now that I've formed my line, I'm just going to use the actual nail brush to fill in the tip. Now that I've filled in the tip and painted the base of my nail, I'm going to put it in for 60 seconds and then go in with my white and do the same French tip design on my pinky. I forgot to film this, but the next thing that I did was use this brush and applied the brownish tan to my ring finger and my thumb, and then went ahead and cured that for 60 seconds in the light. Now I'm going to take my white and just apply a second coat to my pinky nail. Now I'm just going to go in and use this dotting tool, and I'm going to dip it into the color that I want. And at the bottom, I'm going to put a few big dots, and as I go up to the top, I'm going to make the dots smaller and smaller. Okay, now that I finished the first nail, I'm going to go in with my dotting tool and repeat the same process on each nail. Once I'm done adding the design to each one of my nails, I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds and then go in with my OPI gel top coat and apply that to each one of my nails. Once the top coat is applied to each one of my nails, I'm going to let that cure in the light for 60 seconds. Then I'm going to go in with my rubbing alcohol and apply that to each one of my nails to remove the stickiness. Once you wipe off each one of your nails are done. Here's the finished product, and thank you for watching.